This is Javier Unzueta with Javi's Woodshop bringing you your business tip of the week. This week, how to calculate your hourly rate, part 2. Last week, we showed you how to figure out how much your actual time was currently worth. In this week's short video, we'll show you how much your time should be worth, or in other words, the market value of your time. Here's a lesson in real value versus perceived value. I'll let you in on a well-known secret. Perception is reality. The world is filled with products, and all the costs are based upon the way people feel about them. This is a funny little secret, and I find it a very ironic secret. Why ironic? Follow me here. Any product or service can earn up to what the buyers will feel it's worth, what the buyers will pay for it, or the perceived value. That's what it can sell at. But the price set on a product or service is often what the seller feels it's worth. You have to be keenly aware of both and know how to work with them to get the maximum profit or the maximum rate for your services. What I find funny and ironic is that most people do not realize that the value of an item is almost completely based on perception. This pen in bulk cost about 20 cents to make. It's worth absolutely nothing to a man who can't write. And it's worth $1,000 or more to a man who has 30 seconds to sign a $10 million deal or risk losing it. Whether perception in business is what's wrong with society or what drives society, that's a philosophical question that may be debated for centuries. So now we know the short answer on what you should charge based on market research is quite complex. Simply put, your value should be in a range between the fair market price and whatever the buyer will pay. In either case, do the research on the market you're in and find out what others will charge for a similar product or service. This is known as the market-based method of finding your value. Another way of looking at it is, you are the employee. How much would a company pay for your time? Allow me to summarize parts 1, 2, and upcoming part 3 in a visual representation. This is a widget. In part 1, we found out what it actually costs to make this widget and what you actually sell this widget for. It may be way above the market price. It may be way below the market price. In either case, we know what it costs you and what you sell it for right now. In part 2, we discussed the importance of knowing what the rest of the world sell them for. In part 3, we're going to discuss how much you think someone else could make a bunch of these cups for you and how much these cups could actually be worth. At the end of these 3 parts, you must realize what it costs, what they will pay for it, and what you're willing to pay for it combined will give you a good value base to start with. After that, marketing, perception, PR, salesmanship, and many other factors will allow this widget to fetch a very expensive or a very minimal price. The rest is up to you. But assuming you did all the legwork, at the end of part 3, you will know what your hourly rate or the cost of what any particular product you sell should be. This is Javier Unzueta with Javi's Woodshop. Next week, we'll look at part 3, the cost-based method. While the market-based method depends on others to set the price, cost-based method depends on you setting the price, within reason. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and have a wonderful week.